And this message is for politicians who are here. In my office as Chief Justice, whenever I interacted with the presidents, deputy presidents, I used to tell them one thing, that if you think you can enslave the judiciary, it can also be enslaved by those who come after you. And they can come after you literally. And I remember when President Uhuru Kenyatta's goats and trees were cut. I tried to call him to remind him that we had that discussion, that the judiciary is the place where the bewildered will run to. That's why we were called the Temple of Justice. Because that's where the Constitution protects anybody. Even Matiang'I, when his rights to privacy were violated, and I tried to call him. I wanted to tell him that we are protecting his rights because the politics of revenge is what the Constitution does not envisage. And actually, it's only the judiciary where people will have to run to. Uhuru's sons with their guns, licenses, where did they go? There is no other place. So it's my message to the politicians is that we must guarantee the independence, the integrity of the judiciary. 4% of what the judiciary is asking for funds is a small change. And that this is the institution that will guarantee social transformation. And it needs the support of the other three arms. And I thank you very much. This message was specifically for the politicians, not the judges.
Insistence on transparency and accountability as core values has emboldened us to strive for provision of public services that are accessible, cost-efficient, and responsive to the needs of all. I am saying that the Constitution has guided us towards inclusivity. That is why we keep reminding ourselves that in whatever we do, no one should be left behind. The emphasis on should not is because that is the conditionality the Constitution demands of us. Ladies and gentlemen, it is in this context that I commend the judiciary for the manner in which it has discharged its mandate and exercised the sovereign power which the people of Kenya have delegated to it. The launch of the Sojo report is evidence that the judiciary in Kenya is justly committed to serving and to being accountable to Kenyans. I have keenly scanned the social transformation through access to justice blueprint, vision of the judiciary. I have noted the embedded 5 guiding principles of accessibility and efficiency, transparency and accountability, inclusiveness and shared leadership, cooperative dialogue, and social justice. Interestingly, each principle has an outcome that positions the judiciary in focusing on transforming society by ensuring that all citizens, irrespective of status or geographical location, have access to judicial services. This is how it should be, seen and heard, because as the adage goes, justice must not only be done, it must be seen to have been done. Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to join you this morning at this auspicious launch of two crucial milestones in judicial accountability: the social transformation through access to justice, Blueprint 2023 to 2033, and the presentation of the annual State of the Judiciary and Administration of Justice Report, SOJA, for the financial year 2022-2023. These two documents are milestones in showcasing Kenya as a maturing democratic state backed by a progressive and transformative constitution. This is for good reason. Kenya's Constitution 2010 provides a comprehensive menu of national values and principles which will bind all state organs, state officers, public officers, and indeed all Kenyans in complying, interpreting, and applying the Constitution, and in making and implementing public policy. The Bill of Rights, that has extensive social, economic, and political rights, is a welcome shift from years of yore when rights and freedoms of Wananchi were taken as a government privilege, never to be seen or heard. For 13 years now, we should be proud that we have done it. It has taken us that short period of time to inculcate and begin living the Constitution, whereas in many other jurisdictions, such an enterprise has taken many years but failed, stuttered, or is convoluted in contestations and conflict. Despite hiccups, we must celebrate the single-minded execution of the constitutional framework by the executive, legislative, and judiciary organs of government. Each has kept to their lane, respecting the mandate, powers, and functions of the other for the stability we now enjoy. This has worked out because of a leadership realization that though each organ is independent, that autonomy did not mean erasure of complementarity between the three organs of government. Such a stance has ensured discharge of functions without interference from each other, and therefore service to the citizens, creation of a democratic governance system, respect for human rights,